All right, guys. Two aspects that are absolutely, in fact, one aspect that you guys probably see is, for me, being the connector and networking has played all the part in my property journey. You can see that. You can observe what I'm doing. Does it work all the time? The answer is no. But when it does work, we close deals. Okay. And when we do close those deals, we make substantial money at the back of that. I did a video, I think it was yesterday or day before, where I shared I brokered a 14 million pound deal. Okay. All of this is done just through the network. Another one, 4.2 million, another one, 2.3 million. I get sourced franchisees approaching me many times because they can't deliver. So even though they've paid the sourced franchisees £18,000 to join, sourced hasn't been able to deliver to most of their franchisees. I end up getting a lot of their business. Okay, so I end up delivering in some cases. Not all cases are deliverable. I have to tell you the way it is. But network has played the biggest part in my property journey. I can tell you that. And that's exactly what we are doing right now as well. So, Moro, I'm going to share with you a few steps. So there's two aspects that we're going to cover very quickly. One is how to grow your side of the network. So,
Yeah.
Moro, you're leading Southeast PN, Southeast London.
Yeah.
You're leading Birmingham. Grace, you're Romford, which in essence is, again, sort of Greater London, Essex. So we're going to talk about a little bit about how to grow your network, and then we're going to jump on to planning uplifts, okay?
Sure thing.
The most profitable strategy by far in property is planning uplifts, okay? Have I done lots of them? The answer is no. Do I know everything about it? No, but I know the basics, okay? Sorry, can I ask who the name? Okay, Grace, I think you've logged in from two different laptops or phones, have you?
Oh yeah, there's two Graces.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about two aspects. The way I grew PEN when I started was purely just serving people. Go on Facebook groups. I am now a part of 800 plus property UK based groups just on Facebook. All I did was go and look who is asking for help and then just go and serve. Okay. If you see someone where someone is asking for help, someone is asking for something, you go and help. If you don't know the answer, learn. Ask me. There's 190 hours of videos pre-recorded that we've done from 2017 till now that you can watch to gain the depth of property industry, including growing your network. Okay? If you come to me a year later and ask me a basic question, I will tell you off politely. Because 99%, I would say, if not 95%, let's say 95 to 99% of the ground has been covered in the 190 hours of videos, guys. You all have access to that, okay? We literally used to charge £12,000 for them. You have access to them for absolutely free, okay? So please do watch them. I promise you, with all the humility, that you will look back and you'd be like, wow, this is amazing. I can now create a multi-million pound portfolio, okay? If you have not started at all, start with video number 44 and 45. Please write this down. Start with video number 44 and 45 if you've not started at all, okay? And then you can jump on to one and work through the chronological order of things, okay? But growing the network was purely just serving on Facebook groups, serving on LinkedIn groups, then creating our own PEN groups on Facebook and LinkedIn, and then the WhatsApp community and the Telegram and the email database and our own WhatsApp, we can actually get registered, the whole shebang, okay? At one point, PN was 500,000 people network, guys. We had a group which was 450,000 people that got suspended by Facebook. A major blow to how we were doing things, okay? So, but again, it's not about giving up. The character of a human being is tested when, your things go down, things are, sliding down, and then you bounce back up and build it back again. That's exactly what we did. We started growing the network again, and we started investing back again. But like I said, the only thing that I did was set up Facebook groups, set up LinkedIn groups, start serving, and then start inviting those people into our community. Okay. And the community is basically Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, as well as at the back of that, the email database and the website database. Okay. You need to set up all of that yourself. So not for you, Britta, but Moro, you already have the WhatsApp group, the Facebook group, as well as the LinkedIn group, which I think the team has also already made you a moderator.
On
Likewise,
Facebook, yes.
Natasha, I think they were trying to make you a moderator. I'm not sure if the team found you. I have a few virtual assistants that work for me. So all the online stuff that you see is not getting done by me, even though they are doing it through my profiles. It is getting done by the virtual assistants. Same grace with yourself. I think they were struggling to find you on the social platforms. Okay. So I will put you in touch with my team. They will make sure that you are the moderators and then you're growing your community. I will help you every step of the way. The only way I know to grow a community is just provide so much value that the reciprocity rule or the reciprocity law kicks in, where you keep serving till you get to a point where now it becomes a pull effect. That is the only way I know, guys. I do not know of any other way. I have not heard of any other way in the world from anyone. And I have read well over 1,000 books in my life. I have taken so many trainings, so many mentoring programs. It's almost unbelievable. I do not know of any other way. The only way I know is keep serving your community and let the reciprocity rule kicks in, where people start to recommend you to others. Okay. In fact, even right now, for those of you who are in the partners group, I saw a couple of people being added by other people. So even right now, when we share all of this, people still add people into the community themselves. All we are doing is serving the community, okay? So that's the basics of growing the network. Like I said, growing the network, your sales, your marketing, I mean, pretty much all of this, leading your team leadership, all of this is covered well in depth in the 190 hours of videos that we've done, okay? I'm going to now jump on to planning uplifts, unless you have a question for me based on growing your network. Moro, do you have a question?
Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you?
Yep. No, Jack, no question. You're very clear what you said. Just continue to add value, number one. Number two, bring people in, invite people to the network. And like you said, Jack, just keep adding that value, that continuous posting, that continuous,
Exactly.
adding value and helping out. And then also I remember you said about the serving. Look for what people ask. People ask for help, go ahead and provide that help.
Exactly.
So,
change the word sales in your mind to serving, and you will win the world if you keep persisting. Okay?
Gotcha.
So changing the word sales to serving in your mind at any given time, because once you do, the main thing that happens is your physiology changes. Okay?
Gotcha.
Because when you're selling something, go ahead, Moro.
No, I was just saying, gotcha. I hear you.
Yes, so your physiology changes when you're selling. People feel, they're being sold to. When you're serving, they can feel that you're genuinely serving. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember telling all three of you, Moro, Grace, Natasha, that the biggest part of everything that we do is persuasion skills.
Yes.
Unless you can persuade, unless you cannot persuade a landlord to give you a deal, an agent to give you a deal, a developer to say yes, and an investor to say yes, you just will not go too far. And I promise you, again, if you change that word to serving, all of a sudden, everything changes. People will work with you. Okay?
Yes,
that's the way
absolutely.
I look at it. And we do have, I'm yet to know each of you a lot more like personally, but I know Bretta a bit. I would like Bretta to share her experience a bit because I know she's experienced. So please do share, Bretta. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm a big believer that people buy into people rather than companies. So it's about building relationships and communication skills. And if you get to an understanding of each other, then I think you have far more success. So, it's about mutual respect. You respect your client, the client respects you, and being confidential with their information, which is absolutely paramount, particularly in this industry. That's my opinion anyway.
Thank you, Bretta. Thank you on that. Okay. Grace, do you have any questions?
Not yet.
Do you have any questions?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay. Natasha, do you have any questions?
Hi. If we're bringing someone into the network, which link do we use to do that? Because I have actually someone who does need help.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So Natasha, my experience has been that people are most active on WhatsApp. They're not as active on Facebook anymore. They're not as active on Instagram. They're not as active on LinkedIn. They're not as active on Telegram. Not, emails by a million miles. The opening ratio of emails has gone down to less than 1%. Okay. So I would say start inviting people into WhatsApp groups. Okay. So you have a dedicated PE in Birmingham already there. I don't know how many people are in there, but I think there's 100+ people in there. Likewise, Grace, you have Essex, there's nearly 100 people in there as well. And then the Southeast London, Moro, I think there are quite a few people in there as well. Please invite them to WhatsApp. That's the best way to nurture relationships. I will also show you a way to start your own inner circle, what you can charge for, okay? Like I have this inner circle, okay? But we'll get to that point in the near future, okay? I hope that answers your question, Natasha.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Welcome, Nick. We are keeping this really small intentionally, Nick. Good to see you.
Yeah, good
we're
to see
keeping
you.
this intentionally very small because I actually wanted to do this session for 3 people who've joined us in the inner circle as partner members. So I wanted to keep it really small, but I thought, okay, let's just share this a bit further. We may have a few more people join. But so welcome. This session is just 2 aspects, really growing the network, growing the community, and how that has helped us do lots of these behind the scene. And likewise, how planning uplifts actually work as being the most profitable strategy in the game. I was also sharing that, do I know everything about planning uplifts? No. Have I done lots of deals? No. I've done lots of deals, brokered lots of deals. I have done finance in almost billions now. I have done multiple flips. I have done multiple buy-to-lets. I've done commercial investments. I have 3 hotels even right now. I still have BTLs. I've done developments. I've done a development worth 4 million GDV. I have done lots of things behind the scene, but at the same time, planning uplifts wise, I've only been a part of one, where we agreed on a deal on an option agreement, and we only paid £1 for the option. We spent about 20 grand on legals, planning, and architects. We agreed the option agreement for 24 months at a 1.1 million purchase price. It was actually a large detached house. And we ended up getting planning permission for 8 units, which was 6 flats and 2 houses. And we did not develop that deal. We sold the option agreement for 1.7 million, making a profit of 600 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This was a deal that I was involved into. That was not my deal alone. Okay. but I see planning uplifts as a major game changer. The reason I know more depth to this is first, I've taken lots of trainings. Second is I'm a broker, so I tend to see a lot more behind the scene than most people do. And then also because I'm in the commercial side of things, I see this planning uplift game because we actually added 8 rooms in a hotel that we bought freehold. So we saw this uplift in the value. So that actually is the foundation of planning uplifts. Okay. I hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay. So you guys don't see me as in I'm trying to exaggerate. I just tell you the way it is and how much I know. Okay. But the two, so I was actually sharing with everyone that make sure that you watch video number 44 and 45, because that gives you the depth of how you can find development deals and planning uplift deals. Okay. Because it is actually trainings provided by Nimbus Maps. It was actually their premium trainings. You can only get access to those trainings when you become a subscriber of their platform. But they give them us to pay in for free because we were in collaboration with Nimbus Maps back in the days. So we have them, we are actually allowed to use them in our internal training. So when you watch those, you'll be able to see through on how you can find planning uplift deals, development deals, conversion deals, commercial deals. You'll be able to see all of that. Also, guys, please note this down. There are 4 tools that you can use to be able to find flips, planning uplifts, and development deals. One is obviously Nimbus Maps. Second is Land Insight. Unfortunately, they're both very, very expensive, but at the same time, really good tools. Okay. We've had their paid versions as well, both of them. The third one that I found that has actually become a really good tool to use now is Property Data, propertydata.co.uk. A couple of years ago, it wasn't nowhere as good. Now Property Data has become quite decent. You can find some really decent deals on it. So please do go and check it out. They do give you a free trial. Check out the free trial. And the good thing is Property Data is actually not that expensive. So you can actually, I think it was like £15 or £20 a month. So it's not that expensive. You can take it. Okay. Test it out. I have shared in my internal trainings how you can find below market value deals all day long. Like you can go on Zoopla and Rightmove, just use their basic features and find 20, 30, even up to 35% below market value deals. Okay. Like you can do that. Guys, do you want me to show you how to find below market value deals? It takes me 2 minutes. Do you want me to show you? Okay, Nick, I will show you. I want to show everyone here as well, just very quickly. It won't take too long. Like I said, it takes about 2 minutes.
Hi, Jack.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you name the 4 tools again, please?
Sorry, Grace, say that again.
The
4 tools.
Okay, so one is Nimbus Maps. Second is Land Insight. Both are very expensive. Then the third is Property Data. Property Data is not that expensive. You can actually take it on. And the fourth one, I'm actually going to show you. I will show you in a bit, okay? This is something that actually no one knows. Not that I know of anyone who uses this, okay? But I'll actually share that tool with you in a bit. I'm going to now show you how to find below market value deals very quickly, okay? It doesn't take me too long. So I'm going to share my screen. Guys, can you see Zoopla?
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
yes, we can.
Give me a Nick. You shared your Rob. You had your hand up. Do you want to give me a region you want me to check out?
So yeah, you can speak to me, Jack.
Do you want to give me a region you want me to check out?
Yeah, Wirral.
Sorry?
Wirral. W-I-R-R-A-L.
Wirral.
Merseyside, if it's easier.
Yeah, it's Cheshire, right?
Yeah, Cheshire, you can do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Wirral, I've just written Wirral on Zoopla. It shows 800 properties. Okay, now I'm actually gonna just check for flip deals. So we're gonna check bungalows, detached, and semi-detached houses. All right. So this is 451 properties. Now, if you check this one where it says most reduced, can you see that?
Yeah.
If you click on that, it will show you the most. Can you see the first one reduced by 33.3%?
Yeah.
I'm going to click on it. I'm going to scroll down to the listing history. Here's the listing history. It was last sold in 2022 November. First listed November 23, which was just about 5 months ago, for 5 months ago, for 330. Then reduced by 40 grand, then another 40 grand, and another 30 grand.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then if I scroll down a bit more, another one 28.6% reduced, another one 28.6% reduced, another one 21.4% reduced. That's one way of looking at it. And then if you click back, if you scroll back and then sort by most recent, and there are 451 properties, then you can go to the last property or the last page of the property.
So you find the oldest.
So you find the oldest, yes, okay? And the properties that have been the oldest there, some of them are likely to be desperate to sell because they've been on the market for the longest.
Makes
Can you
sense.
see where I'm going with this, guys? This is all very easy stuff. This is not rocket science, guys. Very, very simple. Just by using this tool, guys, in your property journey, if let's say you're starting now, and for the next 20 years in the property journey, you end up buying, let's say 10 properties, 20% discounted, you'd probably save yourself, I don't know, 3-4 million. All right. Only by just using what I shared with you in no more than 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to now share with you another tool. All right, guys, can you see my screen? It's called Ordinance Survey. Okay. I'm going to share this link with you. I have to stop the screen so I can share the link in the chat with you guys. Chat. And this is the link to the 4 tool. Please save it for yourself. Okay. All right, guys, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, do you want to give me a region? Moro, I think we did this. You already know about this, right?
Yes, Jack. Yes, we did this. Yeah, we did this.
Greta, do you want to give me a region?
St. Helens.
St. Helens. St. Helens is close to Liverpool, right?
Not too far.
Okay, let's see if I can find it on the map. Unfortunately, this map does not allow me to add a postcode. I have to physically kind of look at the map and say, okay, where is where, really? So Cleveland, Blackpool, Southport, Preston. Where is Liverpool?
Yeah.
Southport. What's that?
Just go on Ormskirk. That's fine. Just go on Ormskirk right in the middle there.
Sorry.
You see it right
Ormskirk. Ormskirk.
Yeah,
You mean this one?
Go on to Ormskirk. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to Ormskirk. Now, the more I zoom in, can you see? I can see the built-up areas of the houses.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna keep scrolling and checking it out. Okay. Are you familiar with this region, Bretta?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this is called. Let's have a look. What's the name of this road? It's called March Fields or something. It's not showing clearly. So the one on the right is Southport's Road. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is this is Rosecroft Close.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is, I don't know what's this, the name of this road. It's not showing in full, but it's something called Fields, okay?
I don't know if it's Larch Fields or
It could be Archfields, yeah, you're right. It could be
Larch.
Archfields, yeah. So you would know this road, right?
Mm.
If this is number 14, I'm only guessing this is number either 12 or 16. It looks like it's
that'll
probably
be number 12. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is 22.
Yeah.
Now, can you see that this is a really large plot with a
Mhm.
very small house?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your planning potential. Okay.
Yeah, 33%.
Yeah, but no, in many cases, you can go up to about 50% and more sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see this as a piece of plot? I don't know why is it vacant, like there's nothing on it.
Yeah, this one here, yeah. And I know where the Civic Hall is as well, so interesting.
Yeah,
Go on.
maybe check it out what this is.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Mhm.
Also, if you look at the back of this road, it's called Southport Road. Look at this house. How big is this with such a small house on it?
Yeah.
Can you see these three guys? These three?
Mhm.
This one, and this one?
Yeah. That's quite visible. Yeah.
Also, look at number 33. How big is the plot?
Yeah.
And how small is the house on it?
Mhm.
Right? I'm going to stop sharing screen for a second, guys. Okay? Now, I just gave you a very small example. Okay? I'm going to share a bit more so you can see through a bit more. Okay?
Mhm.
Let's say you're walking down the street, and let's say there's all either detached or semi-detached houses or even terrace houses. And on this road, there is a block of flats in the middle. You come across this all the time in UK, don't you?
Mhm.
That's your precedent set for you to look at a similar plot,
Mhm.
similar size plot, and apply for planning permission for multiple units.
Mhm.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Please raise your hand if you are completely with me on this. So I can, Moro, I want to see if you're with me on this. I can see Grace, I can see Nick, I can see Bretta, you're there. Natasha, I can't see you. And Moro,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you understand this.
Mhm.
Sorry, guys. Moro, please raise your hand if you know what I mean. If you do not know what I mean, please ask me. Because if you don't, it becomes, I want to make sure that it is you're getting it, right? Now, not just that you're walking around and you see empty plots and really large corner plots or really large houses, large houses with but really, really large gardens. Okay?
Mhm.
They are all there for planning uplifts for us to approach.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like literally, I can walk around down my end of this of where I live, and I remember I was walking down once, and there was a couple of people with me who were learning, and within an hour's walk, we found 3 sites. Within an hour's walk, and this is for planning uplifts. Okay. Also, if you walk around and you see a commercial building, either vacant, derelict, and or with both signs of sale as well as let. Just think for a second, why would someone put a to let as well as sale sign at the same time?
Does it mean
I
they're
just
open to
want you
both?
to think over this.
Jack, does it mean they're open to both?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But what's happening here? What's happening is, one, likely they're struggling to fill. Okay? And the second is, they want to sell, but they can wait. Does that make sense? Can you see
Mhm.
where I'm going with this? A
Yeah.
person like that will be happy with an option agreement. And a derelict commercial building means that you have higher chances of getting already may be permission in place, like permitted development, converting a commercial to resi, and or higher chances of getting planning permission if required to change from commercial to resi. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you
Big
see a
business
sign,
now.
yeah, if you see a sign with to let as well as for sale at the same time in a commercial space, please reach out to me. Okay, I can pick up that phone and start to negotiate an option agreement, or what they call delayed completion. There's lots of words people use. Okay, in essence, it's really just a delayed completion. Okay. Okay.
Jack, just quickly, what about if there is a commercial building right next to other commercial buildings that are being converted into flats? It only says to let. It only says to let. However, Jack, it's been saying that for the last 2 years.
How big is the commercial building?
Jack, I can give you, if I can find it, I'll share it here. Jack, it has at least 4 floors.
Yes,
and it's quite wide. It's quite wide.
So Moro, you need to dig deeper.
Right.
So first of all, you want to find out, somehow, because if it's a 4th-floor building and let's say they have, I don't know, 40 offices,
right.
The times, the turnaround is pretty quick. So they may have a to let sign there all the time because the turnaround is pretty quick.
Right.
One goes, one comes in, one goes, one comes in. Or the reason could be that maybe they're not filling it.
Yeah.
You need to find out which reason it is. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe just walk in and find out, just it's all about building that relationship. Okay. I've actually literally walked into commercial buildings and said, look, this is who I am. Can I speak with the manager if it's a large building? Because if it's a large building, the likely is the owner is not going to be there. Okay. And if it's a small building, just read out and say, look, this is who I am. This is what we do. And if you'd like us to, potentially help you reach full potential of your building, we can talk.
Okay.
Okay. That's all it is. Remember, you got to still build your rapport. You don't just go straight in and start talking business.
No, Jack, of course. And the reason I mentioned Jack is because in Bromley, and I'm there almost all the time, there is a building like this. It's literally, Jack, the only, let's say, commercial unit left. And to the left of that unit, Jack, it's been converted into flats. And to the right of that unit, it's being converted to flats right now. Yeah. So that's why I asked.
The likely is, if that's the case, the likely is you don't have a deal.
Right.
because the landlord is probably already thinking of applying.
Right.
Okay. But again, there's no harm in trying. Don't just assume. Okay. But from where I'm looking at it, I'm thinking the landlord has probably picked this up.
Okay.
But there's no harm in trying. Like I said, the easiest deals are when you're walking around and you see a block of flats, but the rest of them are similar size houses. So maybe a terraced house or a semi or a detached, but on the same size plot or a similar size plot, there are 4 flats or 6 flats or 8 flats or 9 flats. That is your best deal out there for planning uplifts. Okay?
Can you repeat that, please?
Sorry, Grace.
Can you repeat that, please?
I am struggling to hear you.
Can you repeat that? She's asking.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, so let's say you walk down the road, Grace, and you see a block of flats in the middle of houses. Same size plot, okay? But they've built either 4 or 6 or 8 or 9 flats, while next door to it, same size plot or similar size plot, maybe it's either a terraced or a semi or a detached house. That's the easiest deal, as well as it's easy in terms of planning, it's easy in terms of negotiation. Remember, what we know about developments and planning, 99% of the people don't know out there. So when you speak with landlords, I'm actually going to be making a list and giving it to you tomorrow, Grace, Natasha.
Okay.
I'm going to be giving you a list very soon. But when you start to approach these guys, the first step is to build rapport, get to know the person. But at the same time, our aim is to, help them reach full potential of their building by working alongside us. Okay? That's the whole aim. Okay? that's all I'm going to share today, because I've given you the 4 tools that you can potentially use to find below market value deals, flips, development deals, commercial deals, as well as planning uplift deals. You got to go and use those tools, including this one that I've given in the chat box, which is the one I use, labs.os. It's basically ordinance surveys. Even if you come across, like I said, a house with a very large garden, there's a big chance that we can get permission from multiple flats behind the scene, okay, or in the backyard. I came across a deal, which was a client of mine. He got finance done for me. What he did was he bought this really it was a small house, okay, in Datchet, but he had a really, really big garden, okay, really big garden. He split titles, so he split the garden at the back, and he sold the land after getting planning permission for more than the money that he paid for the house. Okay, so now his house became practically free, which he, I think, paid 600 grand for. And that's a one single deal. He did not develop it. He did not build nothing. He didn't do none of that. Very easy, smooth transaction, 500,000 plus in. Okay? All right, guys. These deals, the challenge with these deals is they just take a lot longer. Okay, so you gotta have patience. These deals do not happen in a month. They can take anywhere between 2 to 5 years. I have another friend of mine who's been working on this planning uplift deal for 5 years. He still hasn't closed it. Okay, so it's a game of patience. Now, my question to you is, would you like to have like maybe 6, 7 of these in the pipeline? And even if it takes you 2 or 3 years to close one, and you keep filling that pipeline, is it worth it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Look, this is what I call a high margin product line, but you just need the patience to sit and keep working on it till you close one, and then keep filling the pipeline at the back of that. Okay. That's all the game is. Okay. Do you have any questions? I'm going to go through everyone. Britta, do you have any questions?
I just would like to speak tomorrow about that building that he mentioned. Obviously, there is an option that the landlord has jumped onto that and he knows exactly what he's doing. He may go for his own uplift and go and get planning in place for himself, which is an obvious, scenario. However, there are other routes to market. So if it were me, I would still go in and make your inquiries, find out who it is, because if you go in, sometimes these people don't really have the wherewithal to know what to do, and they need someone that can come maybe with a bit of finance, some of the bit of back, and someone that might want to do a JV. So for me, that wouldn't be dead in the water. That's just my personal opinion.
Definitely not. Yes.
So that's what I would do. But there you go. That's
all right. Okay. So Brett, a very quick one. Sorry, Mara, I'm going to come back to you. So Brett, what I'm going to do is, look, you're already in the inner circle. Okay. The next time when we do a session like this, and or when I'm building the list for the partner members, would you like me to build the list for you as well, so you can work between it's almost like you're working as a partner as well? Would you like to do that? Bretta, that's a question for you.
Right, okay. Well, we had this conversation yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I'm just looking into that purely from a time element. It's how much commitment I can give to it. But, I haven't discounted it, not at all. So,
all right, okay, just reach out to me whenever you feel okay.
Yeah, we'll have a chat.
Jack on these, and we can go for that.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Good stuff. Grace, do you have any questions?
Just a quick one. When you your first, if I remember correctly,
sorry, Grace. I think you're slightly far from the mic. you want to
Yeah, that's why I was
close?
trying to use the computer, but this one is a bit, yeah.
All right, okay, no worries,
Yeah.
no worries.
This is
Try
my
again.
this is my laptop, but the laptop, the what do you call it? The speaker is a bit. So I
Don't
was
worry,
trying to
it's
use
okay.
the laptop, but it wasn't working. So
No
that's
worries, try
why
again.
I went back to the laptop. But can
No
you
worries, try again, Chris.
Okay. So earlier you said that when you see a for sale and also to let at the same time. So what if that is from an estate agent? Is that also okay?
It is, yeah. Just reach out to me. We pick up the phone, we call the agent, and then we kind of go and understand from their perspective what is it that the landlord actually wants. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nick, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just one time. I was answering the door there. Sorry, Jack.
No worries. No worries.
I think I might get in contact with you next couple of days. There's a property I've viewed several times over the last 18 months. It's an old fish and chip shop with accommodation above it. I did speak to an architect at least 18 months ago, and he reckoned potential for a HMO. There's no Article 4 in this area, by the way. So I might reach out to you and let you have a look at it.
Yeah, sure. I can. Yes. Also, Nick, maybe just ask me about the partners program as well. You never know, there might be some synergy.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Good stuff. Moro, any questions?
No question, Jack. I was just going to say, Jack, do you want me to share a link now with the building? I've got the building right in front of me. If you want me to share it now.
We will in the next 2 or 3 minutes once I've gone through everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Natasha, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right, okay. Now you can share, Moro. I will let you share your screen. You can share your screen if you like.
Give me a sec. I hope I don't show anything that you guys shouldn't see. Sorry. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah.
You're going to censor it, are you, Moro?
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jack. So as you can see, this is the road. It's called Elmfield Road in
Elmfield Road. Yeah, Bromley.
in Bromley.
Yeah.
So, Jack, here we go. So you can see lots of commercial units here, but you can see, Jack, that is a normal commercial unit.
Yeah.
In here, Jack, they're building a completely new.
Commercial.
But yeah. And Jack.
Sorry, residential.
That's it.
Sorry.
That's it. Yeah. And then, Jack, if I can scroll up here, this is residential completely. This used to be a normal unit, but it's complete residential. And this building, Jack, is the one I'm talking about right here. This one. You can see the to let sign there. And Jack, this has been like this, or everyone, it's been like this for the past year, at least year and a half. Because I know this area well, Jack. I've been walking around this area, and from Jack, as long as I remember, it's been like this. As long as I remember, this is the building, Jack. You can see
Make that call, Moro. Make that call.
Okay. Yeah. You can see, Jack, the size of the building. Let me go to the side here, and you can see.
Let me share with you one thing, guys. Please just listen to this so carefully, okay? This is absolutely life-changing. 80% of my business gets closed on follow-ups, not on the first call.
Right.
80% of my business is closed on follow-ups. So just because you knocked the door first time or you called the agent the first time, you may not close the business.
Right.
Okay? The likely is when you reach to them multiple times is when you will start to close business. Okay? So remember, the ground is never the same. Every day the ground changes. Every day the circumstances change. Every day the market changes. Okay? So if you approach them today and then you approach them the next day, you don't know what's changed in their life and in their perception, in their mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? I'll tell you a quick story so you can see through this, okay? I remember someone came to me to join PEN back in the days, okay? He walked out saying, I don't want to join, okay? I'd quoted him £12,000 to join, okay? So full price. He came back 4 minutes later paid full price and joined. After when he joined, I asked him, can I just please request you to tell me what changed? He had an argument with his wife. Something as simple as that can trigger, I need to prove myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So please never ever assume thinking, oh, this guy said 20 times no. It could be the 21st time. Okay? The more you persist, the more you will close deals. Okay? Like I do it all the time. I'm so damn persistent. I'm just close to that, just not pestering. Does that make sense? Okay? But I'm polite and I'm humble and I'm always serving.
I think they call it
Okay.
being pleasantly annoying, isn't it?
Thank you.
That's
Better
what us
word.
Northerners call it.
Better wording there. Thank you. I always try and think of English terminology, and obviously my base is not English, so I struggle with it sometimes.
You're not the only one, Jack. Trust me. You're not the only
I know. I know. All right, guys. This is today's session. I'm gonna stop the recording. Just